The belief that is silently controlling your life. It certainly controlled my life for 85% of my life, 90% of my life. The belief that I am not good enough was controlling how I operated in this world. And I want to address that right now with people because that is like the most common belief that people are carrying inside of them. I am not good enough for whatever reason. It could be because, your parents weren't around or weren't supporting you the way that you needed to when you were growing up. It could be because you didn't grow up having any friends. It could be because you grew up not having a support system, or you grew up in lack, or you grew up in poverty, or you grew up and your teachers told you, oh, you're never going to amount to nothing, or you grew up being overweight, or you grew up never being chosen, by a crush. Nobody ever liked you, wanted to date you. There are a plethora of reasons why we as people walk around feeling like we are not good enough. And I just want to tell you right now that you do not have to hold on to that belief a second longer. As someone who carried that belief from when I was a child, to when I was a teenager, to when I was in college, all the way up into my young adulthood, I truly did not believe that I was good, that there was a single thing that was good enough about me. Nothing. And so I constantly spent all of my time trying to prove that I was, good for something, whether that's taking care of people, showing up for people, making people laugh, whatever the coping mechanisms are that we choose to feel okay in life. It's time to let all of that go, because you don't need anything outside of you to validate you being good enough. That is something that comes from within you. Believing that you are not good enough is rooted in external validation, because you're trying to do something over and over, different things, different this, different that, to try to show that you are good enough. And if you finally feel that you are good enough based on something outside of you, you are then going to feel the need to continue to do those things, to continue to prove that you are good enough. If those feelings come from outside of you, you are always going to be sourcing that from outside of you. And the moment that that is taken away from you, the moment that that person stops telling you that you're good enough, the moment that that experience no longer is validating that you're good enough for that, your whole identity is going to crumble back to the original belief that you're not good enough. You cannot use external things as the foundation of who you are, because external things are fleeting. One moment you might be good enough to somebody, the next moment you might not, because people are basing how they feel about you based on how they feel about themselves. So one moment somebody might feel good enough about themselves, so they're able to, match that energy for you. And the next moment this person don't feel good about themselves, and so now they're projecting that because they don't feel good enough onto you. And now you don't feel good enough and they don't feel good enough, and now y'all got a trauma bond and not feeling good enough. And the only way that y'all can stay connected as friends or as lovers or as whatever is to both not feel good enough together. Like, this shit gets very, very deep. And that's why a foundation of loving yourself is imperative. Because if you love yourself, you're not worried about who thinks you are or aren't good enough, because you know it within. You have to know that for yourself. That cannot be something that's negotiable with anybody. Not your parents, not your teachers, not your siblings, not your partners, not your friends, nobody. Because then you are outsourcing your power to them, and they have control over you. If somebody could tell you that you're not good enough and that ruins your entire day, ruins your entire month, week, year, you just gave that person an enormous amount of power over you, and it is time to take your power back, because you are good enough. You are crafted from every single thing that every single thing is crafted from. So all those things that you think are good enough, you are made of the same components. You just have to remember who you are and why you are good enough. That's it. That's all. This is episode 1 of Talk It Thru With Hue, and we are going to talk through some things because that's what I want to do. Yes, sir.